The Yankees and Red Sox rivalry is one of the longest-running and greatest rivalries in all of baseball. They first met in 1903 when the Boston Americans faced off against the New York Highlanders, with Boston winning their first game 6-2. Originally, this was a lopsided rivalry in Boston's favor. The Red Sox dominated the early years of Major League Baseball, winning 5 World Series titles from 1903 to 1918. But when Boston sold superstar Babe Ruth to the Yankees in 1919, everything changed. The feud was solidified and Boston's championship drought began. For the next 86 years, the Red Sox would not win another title, giving birth to the infamous Curse of the Bambino.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
None like it.
Meanwhile, the Yankees built one of the greatest dynasties in sports history, winning 26 of their 27 World Series titles during Boston's dry spell. In the 2003 ALCS, Aaron Boone's walk-off home run crushed Boston's World Series dreams in dramatic fashion.
Ron Culver came over to bring it up.
The following year, in 2004, the rivalry intensified once again, with the Yankees up 3-0 in the ALCS. A heated brawl broke out between Alex Rodriguez and Jason Varitek. But the most unforgettable moment came when the Red Sox made history, becoming the first team ever to win a best-of-7 series after trailing 0-3. They broke the curse and went on to win the 2004 World Series.
He gets Drew Waters, and the inning is over. 4 strikeouts for Garrett, trying to keep up.
That they were able to win their World Series, hence the name Red Sox, have faced off 2,311 times, with the Yankees leading the all-time series with 1,257 wins. While the Red Sox once had a 17-game win streak against the Yankees from 1911 to 1912, the Yankees returned the favor with a 12-game streak from 2019 to 2020. Their rivalry remains one of baseball's most iconic and emotional matchups. The Cubs-White Sox rivalry, Chicago's baseball rivalry between the Cubs and White Sox, dates back to 1906. That year, they faced off in their only World Series matchup, with the White Sox winning the championship 4-2. This rivalry isn't just about baseball. It's a reflection of Chicago's North versus South Side cultural divide. The rivalry grew even hotter when the White Sox traded away Sammy Sosa to the Cubs in 1992.
That swung on a long drive. Way back, might be at it.
Sosa became a superstar during the legendary 1998 home run chase, frustrating White Sox fans who had to watch him shine across town. The White Sox won the World Series in 2005, and the Cubs continued to struggle in 2006. It all boiled over when A.J. Pierzynski and Michael Barrett sparked a full-on brawl. The Cubs finally ended their own curse in 2016, winning the World Series and giving both franchises long-awaited bragging rights. In 155 games played between them, the White Sox lead the rivalry 78-77. However, in regular season matchups only, the Cubs are ahead 75-74. This crosstown classic remains one of MLB's most passionate and closely contested rivalries. The Padres-Dodgers rivalry. The rivalry between the Padres and Dodgers began in 1969 with the Dodgers crushing the Padres 14-0 in their first meeting.
Does at the top of the order.
That shot to the left side and a leadoff base hit.
For decades, it was a rivalry in name only. The Dodgers won championships and National League pennants, while the Padres remained titleless. But recent years have given this Southern California showdown new energy.
2 extra bases to the leadoff.
Manny Machado's decision to sign with the Padres after a season in LA shocked both fan bases. The Padres made their first playoff appearance since 2006 in the 2020 season, but were swept by the Dodgers. In 2022, everything changed. The Padres eliminated the heavily favored Dodgers in the NLDS, gaining national attention and finally earning legitimacy in the rivalry. With Fernando Tatis Jr. emerging as a star, the Padres now have the face of a franchise to match the Dodgers' galaxy of talent. Despite their recent surge, the Padres still trail the Dodgers in every historical metric.
They're coming off the field here, are the Rangers? We'll see.
In 963 matchups, the Dodgers lead with 530 wins to the Padres' 432.
Hind leg kick from Chrismat.
The Dodgers once beat the Padres 19-0 and had a 16-game win streak from 1973 to 1974, but with a new era of stars, this rivalry is heating up fast. The Dodgers-Angels rivalry. The Dodgers and Angels rivalry, known as the Freeway Series, began in 1997 with the Dodgers winning their first meeting 4-3.
Start this series opener. He swings and misses.
They've only faced each other 155 times, with the Angels leading 78-73. While it lacks the intensity of older rivalries, the close geography and overlapping fan bases make every game meaningful. The defining moment came in 2002 when the Angels won their only World Series while the Dodgers missed the playoffs entirely. For Angels fans, it was sweet validation. However, the Dodgers have been the far superior franchise with 8 World Series titles and 25 NL pennants compared to the Angels' 1 title and 1 AL pennant. Phillies Pirates rivalry. Dating back to the 1800s, the Phillies-Pirates rivalry is one of baseball's oldest.
Five scores, and the Pirates have the 1-0.
Before MLB's modern era even existed, these teams were battling it out. The rivalry thrived during their shared time in the NL East, especially in the 1970s and 1980s, when both clubs were playoff contenders. Between 1970 and 1980, the Pirates and Phillies were NL East champions every year except 1973.
I had a lot of games in a row, so I said, hey, this is a good chance to rest some of my starters,
The Pirates won the World Series in 1979. The Phillies followed up with one in 1980. In total, they've played 2,327 games, with the Pirates leading the series 1,231,088. Since Pittsburgh moved to the NL Central in 1994, the rivalry has cooled. While older fans remember the tension and playoff battles, the modern rivalry has faded. Still, the history lingers in the background. The Astros-Rangers rivalry. The Astros and Rangers, Texas's 2 MLB teams, only began their rivalry in 2001, but it escalated rapidly when the Astros moved to the AL West in 2013. Since then, they've met frequently, fueling competitive tension across the Lone Star State. In 2015, a pivotal series helped the Rangers take the division title from the Astros, who were leading by just 1.5 games.
To Garcia, and that's popped up first base side.
Houston responded with a World Series win in 2017 and another in 2022.
Strike 3 call. Senzo obviously wasn't looking.
The Rangers, however, caught up in 2023 by winning their first championship.
One out to the bottom of the second inning. Brings up Evan Carter.
This rivalry is incredibly close. Out of 290 games played, the Rangers lead by just 2 wins, 146-144.
The most basic signs in baseball are between a pitcher and a catcher to determine what pitch they're going to throw.
The sign-stealing scandal surrounding Houston's 2017 title added fuel to the fire, and Rangers fans still view that victory as tainted.
Curveball, 3 slider, 4 changeup. For years and years and years, it's been.
The Cardinals-Cubs rivalry. The Cubs and Cardinals rivalry is one of MLB's most bitter and historic, dating all the way back to 1885. Fueled by geography, passionate fan bases, and contrasting histories, this rivalry has produced drama for well over a century.
Pretty much exactly where he wanted.
One of the most infamous moments came when the Cubs traded Lou Brock to the Cardinals.
There goes Brock. He steals.
It's a deal that would become one of the most lopsided in baseball history. In 1998, the home run chase between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa electrified the nation, putting both teams under the spotlight. The Cardinals have 11 World Series titles to the Cubs' 3, but the Cubs lead the all-time series with 1,281 wins to the Cardinals' 1,229. The bitterness is real, and every series between these two feels like October baseball.
Right-hander.
And at first pitch swing, drives that to